medallion shining bright brings a warmth in me. The adventures that we shared tells me that you're real.
In your heart I live forever. In your dreams we'll be together, you and I.
Imagination
Has no end. Adventures to be shared with friends like
remnants are, remnants are. I believe in everything that I've been dreaming of, and I'm dreaming of all that I can be. I believe the highest point of imagination is love, and most of all, I believe in me. And most of all, I believe in me.
reach with your heart, my little one. Beyond every night you will find the sun. Life is a wonder, and it's just begun to find the love in you. Time invites you to dream and grow. Life invites you to seek and know. To believe what your dreams are of brings the heart of your dreams toward love. Reach with your heart, my little one. Beyond every night you will find the sun. Life is a wonder, and it's just begun to find the love in you.
Is falling, crimson is calling, live with dreams to fly, backwards spinning to the beginning, ripping at your soul tonight.
From within your mind, no one else can find the love that you inspired. From the very start, hidden in your heart, it is love that is even higher.
From within our mind, no one else can find the love that is inspired. From the very start, hidden in the heart, it is love that is even higher.
Love is contagious, and you have both caught it.
treasure friendship in these days. Treasure friendship in these days. Treasure in these days. Treasure friendship in these days. Don't worry if what you see is not what you envision. Look to the future, it's a beauty, it's your premonition. Light the torch for all to see. The dates engraved within the clay. This will trace your history. Oh, treasure friendships in these days. Treasure friendships in these days. Treasure in these days. Treasure friendship in these days.
I'm searching high, not low, as high as the mind can go. I feel the breeze, it's heading our way. Hold on to your dreams, hold on to today. We've got it all and I believe it's right. Sharing our dreams and our passions under sky shining bright. We've got it all. Day and night. Do you remember not long ago visiting dreams?
Wouldn't know I'd be the one here by your side, holding your hands, being alive. We've got it all, and I believe it's right. Sharing our dreams and our passion under sky shining bright. We've got it all, day and night.
What does it take to build a friend? A little bit of trust and advice to lend. I need a friendship, I know that's true. Just like the friendship I have with you. Just like the friendship you have with me. Yes, just like the friendship I have with you. Together we can make him be exactly like our fantasy, with bits and parts and faithful hearts, creating Rem Lazar. What does it take to build a friend? A little bit of trust and advice to lend. I need a friendship, I know that's true. Just like the friendship I have with you. Just like the friendship you have with me. Yes, just like the friendship I have with you. Together we can make him be exactly like our fantasy, with bits and parts and faithful hearts, creating Rem Lazar.
Let's officially declare this the Rem Lazar Clubhouse. So declared.
What does it take to build a friend? A little bit of dreams and some glue to mend. I need a friendship, I know that's true.
Just like the friendship I have with you.
Just like the friendship you have with us.
Just like the friendship I have with you. Ask your questions even if there are no simple answers. Don't be satisfied to settle with your past adventures.
To truth and justice for all.
To my boy, Brandon, you are so special. We love you so much. And may you replenish the earth and be fruitful and multiply.
Ew.
Hey.
No matter how crazy things seem, it's all part of the plan.
There will come the day when things will go our way. The righteous will seize the day.
When evil will dissipate.
Kids can go and play, safe from pedophilia. Make a world a better place. Join
The whole thing is not up yet, no, but if you missed yesterday, there are a few more songs that they posted. 25% to level 2 on the hype train, by the way. Hello, everyone. Welcome to another Tinfoil Tuesday. How are you doing? We're doing it a little bit earlier today. I have guests coming over later making some s'mores, so we're busy later with real life people instead of digital people that watch me on a camera. I don't know how to deal with real physical people. I assume it's very much like dealing with people on the internet. I hope they will not request I put on a maid outfit, however. J. William, thanks for 11 months, says very early tinfoil today. Gardner with 100 bits says I had some crypto bros at the bar the other night. Heard all the classics, Bed Bath & Beyond, GameStop, weirdos. I would have loved to have been there. Fennikagami, thanks for 17 months, says Tinfoil Tuesday early today. Also, yeah, for 17 months, almost our new sub baby. 17. That's the Q number. Bumble Homestead with 200 bits says, thanks for distraction. Pain today. I'm okay. It's a chronic thing, just waiting for meds to kick in. I hope they kick in soon. Bumble Homestead, thanks for gifting a sub. Flat Booty Goth Girlfriend, thanks for 200 bits, says, thank you for distracting me. Well, my mom has been in the hospital. She's better and home now, but really thank you. Apparently today's a distraction stream for everyone. Dregory Term says, did we ever find the whole of the QAnon musical? No, like I said, we did not. 25% to level 2. Dregory Term, what do you want me to wear for the hats off?
And those are laughing when you see us. All we can do is hope and pray.
Hat on movie rack behind. Oh shit, I hate this one. Okay. This is gonna fuck up my hair so bad. You're welcome, you fucker. Boo.
That you will rule the day. Let the storm wash you away.
Which hat? I will accept it. A different one. It is a cute hat. I just need to get a bowler hat that fits my head better. 25% to level 2 with only 20 seconds left. Someone gift subs or do something. Don't let it die on Tinfoil Tuesday.
On and on and on, QAnon and on and on. When you know where you belong, QAnon and on and on.
Boo! Hype train failure. Thank you everyone for the hype anyway. Stone Corbell, thanks for gifting a sub. Cloud Wizard, thanks for 100 bits. I don't normally do hats off on tinfoil days, but we didn't get to level 5 anyway, so doesn't matter. Alright, let's see the other few select songs from the QAnon musical. This one's fucked up. Sorry. Again, these are the ones I showed yesterday, but not as many people were here yesterday because it wasn't a typical Tinfoil Tuesday day. So if you didn't see these yesterday, I'm showing them today. This one's incredibly disrespectful and uses imagery from actual real-world mass shooting events. So, trigger warning for that. Nothing graphic or anything, just like parents, you know, and stuff at the scene.
I'm coming with you.
No, you can't. It's too dangerous.
He's my son too.
I understand that. But someone has to stay here in case he comes home. Someone has to stay here and play the government's sick game of fake funerals and liberal anti-gun bullshit.
Language.
Sorry. Nothing makes me more mad than these fucking false flags.
Oh my gosh, language.
Okay, sorry. False flag. So sad.
Overthought says, wait till they learn who played women's parts in plays back in the day. Maybe they'll stop this if they find out.
We ain't buying it. False flag, oh, so sad. We ain't buying it. Parents cry, but children weep. Performances were the love Mount Street.
Genuinely, these are some of the shittiest people on planet fucking Earth. Like, if you could somehow reach into their brain and make them understand, like, hey, these are actual events where children died, like, would they feel bad? Like, if you could somehow actually get them to go, oh, I'm crazy. These are actual dead children that I'm making a joke of. Holy shit. You know what I mean? It's sick. Sick shit.
Take that Oscar, you know you won. Don't even think of trying to get my gun. It's a false flag, so sad. We ain't buying it, we ain't buying it. A false flag, oh, so sad. We ain't buying it, we ain't buying it. Vegas, Texas, maybe Sandy Hook. For a fool, you must have lost his truck. With no pain, no tragedy. Michelle Obama, she's a hiding that pee-pee.
That guy thought that was the funniest fucking thing he's ever heard in his life. Transphobia, transvestigation on the bingo card. QAnon claimed as a source on the bingo card. False flag on the bingo card. Fenekagami, sorry if I missed your thing. I didn't get a notification for it. You gotta send me a notification in the chat, otherwise I have no way of knowing that that happened. Oh wait, no. It did. Did I miss this? Fenekagami with 17 months says Tinfoil Tuesday early today. Also, yay for 17 months, almost our new sub baby. Sorry if I missed that. Apologies. This is a group of people riotously laughing at pictures of people grieving at their dead children. So that's some sick shit.
It takes 2,000 mules to discover
I think this was the worst song out of the ones they posted.
that. If you are worthy and open to see the truth.
That's what they think we are. Georgia, Arizona, Michigan, PA, and Wisconsin.
Did Lin-Manuel Miranda write this? Avant Gardner says, so are these people on each end supposed to be the mules? Yes. Yes, they are.
That GPS, it tells us where you've been. Never again.
Give us back the election. No more ballot partisan. We ain't too compromised.
We see Trump through 2020 eyes.
I feel terrible for the child. I have nothing but disdain for the adults, but the kid is honestly should probably be taken by CPS. I don't know who made this kid do this or whatever, but holy shit.
1, 2, everybody.
3,000 mules.
Hydrate.
Counting on 300 million fools. That's what they think we are. 2,000 mules. Counting on.
Do we have an explanation for why the main family are in peasant garb? I am not familiar with that. I don't know why.
300 million fools. That's what they think we are. 2,000 mules. Counting on 300 million fools. That's what they think we are. 2,000 mules. Counting on 300 million fools. That's what they think we are.
Pay the piper. Shoot the cider. Like the babies you killed.
Why can't they just sing about Jesus? I don't know. Maybe that got passé. It didn't make him feel special enough. Mr. Pizza Pasta, thanks for 18 months, says, happy 18th anniversary. Happy you are streaming right now so I can enjoy the last couple of hours of work. Is this also a second stream, baby? It is. This stream baby's name is going to be Portisha Jar. Portisha Jar.
In the mood for the storm. Enjoy yourself for the rest of your nights and more. Woo! 1, 2, 3, 4. 2,000 mules, counting on 300 million fools. That's what they think we are. 2,000 mules, counting on 300 million fools. That's what they think we are.
Do people pay to see this? It kind of looks like it was at some, like, QAnon event already. I don't know for sure. I don't know the story behind this. I only know it exists and that it's unironic.
2,000 mules, counting on 300 million fools. That's what they think we are. 2,000 mules, counting on.
It was at a Q convention. That tracks.
300 million fools. That's what they think we are. I'm ready. Take me to Epstein's Island.
So that's that. That's great. Let's mark that stuff off the bingo card real quick. We have QAnon claimed as a source, of course. It's probably it for the first page. Oops, wrong button. Transphobia transvestigation for the Michelle Obama thing. Something as a false flag operation. Oopsie, didn't mean to resize that. That's it, I think. Where's bad parenting? Isn't terrible parenting on the bingo card somewhere? Because that should definitely be marked for the kid being in the musical. Sure, we can do satanic ritual child abuse for the Epstein thing. Where is bad parenting? Is it on page 1? I don't know where the space is, but if there's a bad parenting space, which I thought we had, mark it. You know, that kid is homeschooled. If he's lucky, he's homeschooled. He's probably unschooled. Have you people heard about fucking unschooling? It's 14, thank you. What does 3 say? 3 says, hey guys, I'm totally not here to sell you something. I'm not something the sheeple. It's basically about shilling something to people. Transparently selling something to people under the guise of giving conspiracy theories. It's like when Alex Jones tells people to buy his bone broth bullshit or whatever. Okay, let's see what Chris has been up to. Avant Gardner says genuinely thought unschool was a joke. The fuck is that? It's basically parents will take their kids out of public school to quote-unquote homeschool them, but they'll just be like, I'm unschooling them. They get to do whatever they want, and they'll be motivated to learn on their own. So I'll, like, give them books if they ask for it and stuff, and I'll take them to the museum if they want and provide them resources they want, but, like, kids love to learn, right? So a kid'll learn to read on their own, right? So neglect? Yes. Yes. That is correct.
Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you may be. CC here, Chris, from New York, Westchester County.
Hey, Chris.
It's 5/28,
Recording in car.
2023. A couple things I wanted to talk to you about, and happy Memorial Day weekend, by the way. There are still people wearing a face mask while riding a fucking bike. That's great. What the fuck are you accomplishing by wearing a face mask, riding a bike?
Giving you an aneurysm for one thing, apparently, and that's good enough reason for me.
People in Westchester, will you please wake the fuck up? Okay? Sorry. So there are 52 stars of the American flag.
I'm sorry, do you want to run that by me one more time?
Oh, there are 52 stars of the American flag.
So for non-Americans, that's incorrect. There are 50 stars on the American flag. There have been for over 50 years since we added Alaska in like 58 or whenever that was. Chris is almost 60 and he doesn't know how many stars are in the flag? I don't even think that's changed in his lifetime. First name bunch of numbers says, holy shit, CC is from the future when DC and Puerto Rico have achieved statehood. I'm sorry, was Hawaii after Alaska? I apologize. I thought it was the other way around for some reason.
What represents land? Land that was fought over. Land
Sometimes it was bought.
that people died over. Civil wars bought this land.
Plural?
This land here in the U.S. Why hasn't anybody ever gone after the land of Antarctica?
Chris, for the last fucking time, there's nothing there. The land in the United States had resources and was livable and arable, so you could grow crops on it, you could gather resources on it, you could live there, right? Antarctica is a frozen desert. You cannot live there. You will die.
That surrounds.
From a point of view, the American Revolution was basically a civil war. I understand what you're saying, but that is not in any way how anyone talks about it at all.
Our entire area here. Can you please tell me why? Nobody's ever thought about that at all? No, it's too cold down there, right?
That is a reason, yes. It's also desolate. There's no resources, so you'd have to ship everything in.
Bullshit.
It was a big hit.
All that land down there, we don't even know exactly
Procagom says Arizona is a desert too, and look what we did with it.
what it is down there, because we
Arizona's not cold. It's a warm desert.
can't go down there
Arizona still has resources.
and investigate. Yeah, you have to spend a lot of money to go down there.
So I think CC has seen Norm of the North. I don't even know what that is.
Investigate. But yet people are buying land on the moon.
No, they're not. Chris, if anyone is doing that, they're being scammed. Did a friend of yours buy land on the moon? You can't buy land on the moon. Like, it might be like buying a star companies who are basically giving you a novelty gift. No one can actually sell you land on the moon. Because no one owns land on the moon. Because no one's on the moon.
There actually is a website that you could purchase land on the moon.
Again, that's scam/novelty gift. No one in this transaction is actually getting any claim to land on the moon.
Which doesn't exist. I mean,
there is land on the moon. It's a rock, basically, but, like, you can't own it currently.
Just great, guys. You know, I mean, the bullshit that people have to deal with. Well, no, that we have to deal with. You know, and see what these people are doing, these NPCs. Actually purchasing land on the moon that doesn't exist. Okay, anyway. Enough about that.
Holographic fake moon on the bingo card.
So nobody is fighting about this Antarctica land. No, nobody. No, nobody. No, not a business has ever gone down there.
Correct. The expense of, even if we found, like, large oil reserves in the Arctic, the initial startup costs of extracting said oil would exceed the profit made from getting it, at least currently, with technology as it exists today. Like, it's just not fucking worth it. Do I want a brownie? Is it a special brownie, or is it just a delicious brownie? Either way, yes please, I will take a brownie.
Nobody's ever gone down there to investigate it, to check it out, to see if there's actually more land.
Chris, people have been to Antarctica. Antarctica's been explored. Like, we know the shape it is. We know everything about it in terms of its, like, topography. We're familiar with Antarctica enough to know that there isn't secret land hidden like a secret track on a CD. Like, we are familiar.
Or even research it, because they can't. The military blocked it off. The U.S. has blocked this entire fucking area off.
Reno Redhead says, why wasn't there an NFT project where they sold parcels of land on the moon? I want the NFT island, but on the moon. That would have been hilarious. Why doesn't CC think the moon is real? Why doesn't he think anything is real, man? I genuinely don't know. He thinks it's close and he thinks it shines cold light. You just heard it somewhere, probably.
Don't you seem to realize it? It's done! All right. Stars. They are an amazing light show up there, aren't they? When you look up the night sky and you see these spectacular little brilliant lights blinking on and off. You don't know what they are, do you?
They're balls of gas. They're nuclear reactions happening many, many thousands of light years away from us, Chris.
What do you produce through NASA or through any pictures? You produce nonsense.
Yeah, they aren't blinking. What he's talking about is, this is a thing flat earthers do because they're idiots. You know how when you look at stuff in space, you look at them through telescopes? They don't do that. They get out their P900 cameras and just zoom in on shit like stars and expect it to work like a telescope. And, you know, if you zoom in on a star, it just looks twinkly because you're seeing it through the atmosphere. And they think that that's literally what stars look like. The weird, blurry point of light that they see twinkling, that's just what they think stars look like. They're very stupid. Are we sure this isn't Raging Rob in 40 years? He got caught in a time loop somehow.
GI of stars that are trillions and millions of light years away. You can't even possibly imagine, and your eye will never, ever, ever be able to focus on something that far away. Okay?
Not on its own. Yeah?
This is local.
This is why we build telescopes. This is why we build satellite telescopes. This is why we develop devices to help increase our ability to sense things, Chris, is because our feeble human bodies have limitations.
These stars are local. The sun is local. The moon is local.
I mean, the moon and the sun are local relative to other things in space, but they're quite far away.
All of it. Your ball. The ball, shall we say. The ball that's out there. That we've only dug down 8.5 miles. 8.5 miles. Down to the core. Which is 0. In terms of the crust of Earth. But yet you're given a diagram. You're given a diagram all the way down to the middle of this ball that we live on. A firesome ball, a core that looks like the sun that's just whirling, but nobody knows.
Do you think the sun is molten? Two things glowing doesn't mean they're the same thing. Overthought says, I find it funny that the basis for flirfs is, well, if they can lie to you about this, they can control you. Meanwhile, people like CC will unquestionably believe that they are one step away from being a billionaire instead of one away from being homeless, thereby perpetuating what, quote-unquote, they really want.
Knows that, because you're given it. You're
this, but the ball. Oh, God.
This time I've got something I know you can do. We're gonna open a jar. Easy. Now you try. First, get a jar. Patrick, that's a pickle.
As most as I can play. You get it. I assume you all recognize the bit.
Fed in pictures. In books. In indoctrination. I'm sorry. But that's what our lives, unfortunately, are. Indoctrination and bullshit.
If the Earth is flat, where does lava come from? It comes from lava blocks. You gotta find the highest lava block. And then you can put water on it, and then you can get obsidian to make a strong base.
We've been lied to right from the beginning. Everything. Politics. Hollywood. Sports. All of it. I mean, it's all bullshit. I mean, you have to realize that this has been going on and on for generations right now. Since they figured out that the Earth is flat, they had to contain us. They had to control us.
What's weird to me about this is even if I had the exact same beliefs as Chris, like in terms of the shape of the Earth and everyone being lied to, what a sad life still. Like, there are things that I think are awful about the world. I think all of us have plenty of things that we look at the world and recognize are, like, awful injustices. You know, income inequality, how many people are in prison for, like, non-violent drug offenses, the fact that ridiculous numbers of people, millions of people in the United States don't have health care. Like, these are all distressing, horrifying things. But I don't think about it all the time, just because, like, what a stressful fucking thing to do, you know? You think about the dystopian bullshit going on in the world all the time, it'll turn you into Chris. But the things Chris are worried about aren't even real things. He's made up things to be scared about. It's just weird. Chris is basically just a weird meat man that has convinced himself to raise his blood pressure for no reason. He's a bundle of weird cells that are malfunctioning to the point that he's stressing himself out. Reno Redhead with 50 bits says, Hannah, I found this channel where a guy believes that sci-fi weapons in Aquaman are real and belong to his ancestors. I could use some help deciphering if you want to take a look. That sounds awesome. Thank you. Argonian Bum, thanks for rating. Gustav the 13th, thanks for following. Check out Argonian Bum. How you doing, Argonian Bum?
Gotta make you think that there are many gods out there that are watching you.
Are we polytheists now?
Whatever it is.
That's fine, I just didn't get the memo.
But God has created all of this. He or she, whoever it may be. That firmament up there, that blue tint that you see up there, is a cover containing all of us.
I mean, it's the atmosphere. You're seeing the atmosphere, but it's not like a physical thing that's preventing you from going to space.
In this gymnasium, if you want to call it that.
I would not typically call the Earth the gymnasium. As we all know, much like Tamriel, it is known as the arena for its brutality and unforgiving nature.
So all these diagrams have been produced to us. Earth. And many other balls that are out there. You know, Mars. They managed to figure out what the core is of Mars. It's just total nonsense.
Who do I think is smarter, the numerous shepherds that wrote the Bible or Chris? Chris knows how to drive a car, but those people knew how to write something down, or at least how to orally transmit something to people effectively. I'll go with the sheep people. GamerG says, Chris is degrading at a frightening rate. It's been a bad few weeks, but this feels like a manifesto video. I'm concerned he's going to cause a tragedy or end up like that guy from Coney 2012, naked on the street, screaming, except without the bath salts, because CC doesn't need them to be crazy. Oh yeah. I fully expect one of these days one of the people that I cover to just snap and do crazy shit. Raging Rob, who I covered recently, is one of those people that I think is high up on the list of potential people. I'm just saying, if the government, like, you know, if the government wanted to be more dystopian and start monitoring people more closely, hire me. I'm pretty good at finding weird people who might have a propensity to snap. I'll monitor people for a living. I don't have a problem with that.
Guys, look.
The girl boss trans police state is here. I'll be monitoring your YouTube channels.
Tell you, is just research Flat Earth and research it. Find it wherever you can. Look into it and spread the word. You know, you got to tell people about this. And when I look at this whole controversy about, you know, the Bud Light thing and Target and all this sort of nonsense, you know, and these parents standing out and saying, "Oh, I'm not going to tolerate this," you know, or whatever, and it's all bullshit. But I'm just saying, when they figure out that the Earth is flat, okay,
Target's really going to be canceled then,
and they understand what's been fed to their children, lies, and what's been fed to them, us, as a people, as a all lies.
It almost sounded to me like he was going to say as a race, but he realizes that sounded incredibly fucking white nationalist-y, so he didn't say that.
What are they going to do then? If they're getting so angry about this nonsense that's going on, what are they going to do when they figure out the Earth is flat? And I can't wait to see it, because that time is going to come.
Bear in mind that no matter how disappointed he is in this fictional, like, world he's come up with, no matter how, like, discouraged and stressed he's clearly become about this, in his head he still takes it as a given that someday others will wake up and will become in line with his crazy worldview. Of course, he doesn't view it as crazy, and I know that, but it's just interesting to me that despite no evidence, and all evidence to the contrary, Chris somehow believes he is not only right, but will be vindicated in the end, within his lifetime.
It's going to come very shortly. The tipping point is happening. Whether the ball earthers like it or not, but anyway. I just want to say Happy Memorial Day weekend. Unfortunately, it's coming to an end. I wanted to put some more videos out, but, you know, we've been a little busy. Vacation, stuff like that. So I thank you for subbing. I thank you for viewing my videos. Let me be a part of your life.
I missed Chris. I'm glad he's back. He hadn't posted in like a week, and before that it had been 3 weeks. So sad. So sad. With him speaking about the stupid fucking Target thing, and someone else in the comments actually, I think, mentioned that one guy who makes conspiracy videos seemingly to rile up people into doing weird domestic terrorist bullshit. Hey, this guy has a video, and it involves Target. So, here's that.
Millions of people have been victimized by directed energy weapon attacks. We've all seen the videos.
Have we? Have we all seen the videos? Believe sci-fi technology exists on the bingo card?
Television calls it Havana syndrome. The victims call it being a targeted individual. The program that's out there exterminating people is beyond most people's understanding, but it's happening.
Population control is a motive?
Here we see a little child getting hit at school.
That would be someone having a seizure, I'm pretty sure. Basically, the conspiracy theorists will find people either passing out or having strokes or having seizures, something along those lines, and they'll post videos of it without context and claim that they're being hit by, like, energy weapons or that it's some sort of side effect of a vaccine or something. It's nonsense, of course, and it's incredibly disrespectful to people whose footage they're using, but they don't care.
We can see how this AI targets people.
AI? It's AI now? What do you it's a non sequitur. What are you talking about? AI? Is it a laser or is it AI? Those are different things. Hats off, Bella Lugozzi. What do you want me to wear?
In the other videos, it just looks like people are spinning around. They don't know where they're being attacked from, but they're being killed.
Cat ears? Okay.
It always looks like heart attack, stroke, and cancer, but...
Man, it's almost like sometimes people have strokes and have heart attacks and get cancer. Sad things, but things that happen nonetheless.
It's not always the cell towers. It's not always the drones and the planes and the satellites and the like. Sometimes these goons show up in person and try to blast you. Have you ever been hit by a directed energy weapon?
No.
Have you ever had somebody come up behind you with a cell phone and start tapping away and you feel something strange inside?
Again, it's just targeting people with, like, paranoia, with schizophrenia or other disorders that might contribute to delusional self-persecutory thinking. Like, this is terrible. This is disgusting.
Check out this guy with this remote
Jingle yourself, Phoenix.
control pointing at the spectator. Well, we have this exact same scenario happen in a Target store.
You cater to 0.1%, and 99% of us buy this shit in this store, but that's coming to...
So this is a crazy right-wing asshole who should be arrested harassing people at a Target?
an end. Corporate better change their fucking ways. You're gonna go down like Budweiser.
Now, you probably missed it, but it looks like...
That's all right. You want to call the cops?
It looks like the video guy has got the situation under control. Check this out in slow motion if we can get it. The employee comes in right there. You see this little...
See what I mean about this being intentional? He's picking specific, like, hot button issues for conservative right-wing assholes, basically, and pairing it with this sort of paranoid delusion. It's really weird. It's genuinely like he's trying to get people to go shoot up a Target or something. All his videos are like this.
Handheld device. He's pushing away, he's zapping away at this customer.
Like, he's trying to convince people that random minimum wage employees at Target have access to secret laser weapons. Think about just how bizarre that is as a claim.
And this customer is leaving like he's got an electric collar.
Or maybe he's being trespassed from the store for being a psycho.
Around his neck. He can't wait to get out the store as this guy is basically zapping him with this handheld device. We're going to try and play this in a loop so that you can see it. But you see how he just points this little device right at the customer?
He's not. It's probably his little thing. When I worked at Toys R Us, for instance, everyone had little walkie-talkies so we could communicate with each other. This is common at retail establishments, so you can easily call out to either managers if you need something at a register, or if you need to ask people who work in the back, hey, do we have any of this or whatever back there? Can you bring out this thing or whatever? If you ever worked in retail in the last 15 years, you know what this is.
You can almost feel it through.
Yeah, I worked at a Toys R Us. Fennikagami with 50 bits says all Target employees have handhelds. It's how they do inventory and price check.
The screen.
Did I get free toys? No. Do you know how employment works?
Now, let's compare to this footage here. You see how they basically point it at their target, push a button.
That's a flashlight, sir.
This is some kind of technology.
Was it this during the Toys R Us decline? Yeah. Like, it wasn't like right before it closed, but this was probably back in like 2013, 2014. I don't know. It wasn't that busy. It was during the holiday season. I quit right before Black Friday. It was hilarious. I feel bad for the other employees, but our manager was shit, so fuck her.
Technology that isn't being talked about, but people are experiencing this all the time. They call it gang stalking, but it's not.
Gang stalking isn't a real thing. It's a common delusion experienced by people with paranoid schizophrenia and other paranoid delusional disorders.
Just handheld devices. We now know that cars have been weaponized. Planes have been weaponized. And
yeah, it's called
so much more. And they automatically target the individual based on their social media profile and their vaccination status. Chances are you could be next. Have you been experiencing recurring headaches, heart palpitations, strange vibrations, the feeling that you've been hit by an energy weapon? It's not your imagination. It's happening to millions of people, and it's a very serious thing. That's why we recommend shielding. Otherwise, you're going to end up like this.
That's why I recommend shielding. Again, it feels like this guy... I've talked about this before, too. It also feels like this guy sells people shielding for this bullshit EMF-like stuff.
And you won't be able to buy groceries without EMF armor. Buy as much as you can. EMF fabric.
Are you going to cover every inch of your body? Unless you're literally in a bubble, it won't do anything. It's not going to do anything anyway, because, like, again, electromagnetic frequencies that are used by, like, cell phones and stuff aren't dangerous to you. They're completely fine. But even in a hypothetical where what they're saying is true, like, anything on you that isn't covered would be a place where you would be hit by whatever bullshit sci-fi ray you're afraid of, so does it matter?
Aluminum foil, lead, whatever you can find. Because this is the new battlefield. And it's being driven by AI.
Unironically, ask people to wear tinfoil. That's rare. I think that's only the second or third time on the channel someone has actually recommended, actually unironically, wearing tinfoil. Sci-fi tech on the bingo card, yes.
It's being driven by the deep state, and it's being driven by an agenda that's...
Deep state on the bingo card.
Basically like they live.
They live on the bingo card?
You see how they're terraforming the planet?
Do you know what terraforming means? You don't need to terraform Earth. We already live on it. And, like, it's mostly suited to us, relatively speaking.
They're trying to exterminate everyone. And it's only going to get worse. Right now we're surrounded by a death grid of satellites. Yes, satellites do exist. It's like Satan, satellite, Satan, satellite.
They both start with an S? Is that that's your evidence? They both start with an S?
They exist.
We haven't checked in on Sticks and Hammer in a while. Is he still wearing the bathrobe? I don't know. I haven't... Nothing he's posted seems interesting. I've checked his channel. It's just the same bullshit.
And they're all...
Yeah, incorrect word origin is evidence and Satanism on the bingo card.
There. It's part of the beast system.
The beast system.
This is now a prison planet, and basically wherever you go, you can get blasted by satellites. It's a death grid.
You can blast me with your satellite.
There's no escape. You have to protect yourselves. If you're listening to this, you are the resistance.
Well, that was terrible. Goddamn alien wars. Oh, he has a Telegram channel. Do you think his Telegram channel has
Millions
him...
of people
Hold
have
on.
been victimized.
I'm gonna look at his Telegram channel. Let's see if he's selling people shit. This'll tell us what his scam is. Let's see. So his channel on Telegram is called Stranger Than Fiction. Oh god, I don't have Telegram downloaded. I do on my phone, I think.
I am not Morgan Freeman, and what you see is not real. Well, at least in contemporary terms, it is not.
I don't think it necessarily has like a shop function, but people often post like, here's a link to my whatever, you know, like any social media thing.
I got a 0 on a project proposal in my class because I used the term biological women, which is apparently not allowed anymore.
I'm assuming you're using it in a transphobic context. Sorry, I know you guys can't see stuff. I'm looking at this person's Telegram page. Why won't it just let me see his whole Telegram? The preview is pretty much all bitching about Target, which is kind of funny. That's just transphobic and also vaguely horny for trans people, I think. Oh, God. Like, if I saw this without the context, I'd just be like, that's weird trans fetish porn, but whatever. But I guess it's supposed to be, whatever. Okay. Oh. Alright, enough of stalking the fucking weirdo's Telegram channel. Let's take a look at the bingo card real shit. Real quick. Real shit. Wow. Sorry, I did a lot of house cleaning today, and I'm really fucking tired. We're having people over later, like I said. So I was cleaning, like, all day, and I'm fucking exhausted. Anti-Pretzel, thanks for 15 months, says, hi, I'm suffering from the hell that is early summer in the upper southern states. What madness I miss. So much. CC, mostly. Okay, let's see what we have. Reference to They Live, recording in the car. I think we had the deep state. PSYOP? Believe sci-fi tech actually exists? Predictive programming, I think. Fake sun. Yeah, we should have fake sun. Is that on page 2? I think that's on page 2. I swear to God, I'm gonna cut these fucking jingle cat. I'm gonna cut the jingles off the cat ears. Can 5G be removed? Is that something they bitch about anymore? Oh yeah, they still bitch about 5G all the time. They've started bitching about a hypothetical 6G, which I'm sure is going to happen, but they're already starting to bitch about 6G. You did miss the musical. We didn't get the whole thing, though, so whenever the full thing is out, I'm sure we'll check it out. Let's say the gay agenda. The Target thing was... it was hinting in that direction. 5G, because the guy was talking about cell phone signals, and that's a reference to 5G. Holographic and or fake sun sky. Did it come off as mocking? No, you're good. If I didn't want to be mocked, do you think I'd be a streamer? At least to an extent, you know? Like, not too much, but yeah. Forced sterilization, population control is a motive. Flat Earth. Doesn't they live on here somewhere? If it is, they live. Did I clean with the cat ears? I did not. I did not. Which is good. I got so fucking sweaty, it was disgusting. I showered though, so we're good. I'm nice and clean. We did get the deep state. And if someone makes a cat cleaning themselves joke, I will time you out. What else? I know we had some quick stuff. Oh, this is weird. This is weird.
Hey, this is Gabby Ray Talker, and thanks for clicking on the video.
What's my least favorite house chore? Laundry. Folding laundry. Like, I'd rather thoroughly clean a toilet from top to bottom, inside, like, in the bowl and out, than fold laundry. Genuinely.
Ever since disbursement of
This is what your grandparents that you haven't called in 6 months think is real news.
Ever since disbursement of these vaccines, there have been an unusual growth of flesh-biting assaults consisting of human-on-human attacks.
Mark of the Beast on the bingo card. Vampires on the bingo card.
Disclaimer, although we do not know if any of the attackers have taken the COVID-19 vaccine, we do suspect it as a possible link to the growing flesh-biting human assault reports.
Just lying. This is the best genre of conspiracy where they just make stuff up.
Our associate
Look at how bad it's even edited. They just, like, put a static photo over the layer of whatever is actually playing behind it. Oh yeah, that's a robot voice.
Journalist has the report of a recent attack.
And that guy's generated, too. For sure, that guy's generated. His mouth movements are uncanny.
This is David reporting from Indiana on an unfortunate child abuse flesh-biting assault of a 24-year-old father, Gavin Rogers, who has been arrested.
So I guess they're already using creepy AI shit to trick geriatrics into believing this, so that's great.
For allegedly biting his newborn daughter multiple times, leaving mouth-shaped bruises and teeth marks all over the infant's body. Rogers was taken into custody on Tuesday, March 14, 2023, and charged with 2 felonies. 1 count of neglect of a dependent resulting in bodily injury, and 1 count of domestic battery with bodily injury to a person under 14. Both felonies, court records were reviewed by Law and Crime Show from the initial complaint that was reported against.
Oh, I'd become a vampire too, if you could. Maybe. This is embarrassing. Hold on, 1 sec. Okay. So I may be slightly, biased by my choice of reading material in high school. However, I think being a vampire would be super rad and not a bad thing, and you can just suck blood out of bad people, so you don't even have to feel bad about it. Just saying. I only read the first one. It's okay. I only read the first one. Team Edward or Team Jacob? I am team literally anyone who isn't abusive, which is pretty much all her choices, unfortunately. I'm team Bella should get turned into a vampire and then immediately leave everyone and run away and live somewhere else. Her and Alice can go and be a couple somewhere.
Rogers to police by a nurse at a doctor's appointment on November 3rd, 2022. On that day, Rogers and the baby's mother brought their 2-week-old daughter to Witham Hospital in Lebanon for a regularly scheduled checkup.
Who's the lesser of two evils? Oh, God. They're both psycho in just the worst way. Like, Edward is like a controlling psycho who thinks he can just, like, micromanage everything about Bella's life and treat her like a possession. And Jacob is like angry. He has such fucking anger issues and turns out is a creepy pedophile, basically. I don't know how Stephanie Meyer thought that was gonna fly. That was terrible. That was awful. And he's like a nice guy type.
According to a probable cause affidavit obtained by Law and Crime. Shortly after arriving at the facility, hospital staffers told authorities they discovered suspicious bruising on the baby's forearms, stomach, shoulders, knee, and leg. The staff transferred the infant to Riley Hospital for Children in Indianapolis and contacted the Whitestown Police Department. Whitestown is located about 20 miles northwest of Indianapolis. A doctor at the Children's Hospital reported that the little girl appeared to have multiple bruises, several of which included visible teeth marks.
Hey, this is Gabby Ray Talker. Thanks for watching and hope to see you soon at theinfoexchange.world.
Jesus Christ, how do people believe this?
Hey, this is Gabby Ray Talker, and thanks for clicking on the video.
Welcome to our channel with today's news. As you know, over 70% of the entire
world... Where do I
world
find these? In places only the crazy people dwell.
80% of the
mostly BitChute and Rumble.
United States has received at least one dose of the COVID-19 vaccine, which is enough to change one's DNA into producing spike proteins.
That's not how anything works. Your DNA doesn't change from the vaccines. That's not how any of this works.
But more recently, Dr. Artis has described the DNA change in people, not...
It does not change your DNA.
...as those that can manufacture spike proteins, but a change in people that are now producing venom, such as snake venom.
mRNA tech...
No, your bodies are not producing snake venom. Again, snakes should be on the bingo card. Feels like snakes have been coming up so often recently in the conspiracy theories. Like, it's always been a thing. And I understand, I've said before, it's an allusion to the biblical concept of the serpent in Genesis being symbolic of Satan, or like related to Satan in some way. I get it. I know theologically and culturally why this is a recurring theme. But logically, as a human being, I cannot believe other human beings take this seriously and integrate it as part of their belief systems to the extent that they are seeing snakes everywhere. Avant Gardner says, I want to be a snake man. Hold on. Let me pull something up for you.
I'm a snake. I'm a snake. I'm a snake. I'm a slithery little sneaky snake. I'm so slithery and sneaky because I'm a snake. Slithering in your garden, catching me a mouse. Snake. I'm a snake. Look into my eyes, Jungle Book. Look into my Mowgli, look in my eyes. I'm a slithery hypnotist snake. I'm hypnotizing the Indian boys, so you can I don't know, turn on that panther and join the snag. Cause I'm a snag. I'm a slither. Look at my tongue. Cause I'm a snag. I'm a slither snag. I'm a hiss. I'm a snag. I'm a slither little snag. I'm a slither little snag. I'm like slither. I'm like anaconda. I'm gonna swallow Jennifer Lopez. Jennifer Lopez.
I think we understand the general idea.
Technology is solely how to get cells in the human body to manufacture venom. That's it. Y'all can call it anything else you want.
If I could make snake venom in my body, that would be so cool. Do you know how cool that would be? I'd somehow develop 3D printed things in my arm so I could inject people with the venom, and I'd become a superhero. Probably be a pretty fucked up superhero that is injecting venom into random criminals, but it's fine. It'd be a gritty Punisher-esque superhero.
You can call the spike proteins if you want to. It doesn't change the fact that they are venom proteins.
No. No. Your body isn't producing snake venom. Ashley One Up says, you're saying I can't do this?
Open your mouth.
No, you can't. Unfortunately. Logarth, thanks for 36 months. Oh wow, is that 3 years? 12, 24, 36, yeah? Huh?
Go look at the damn weapon.
Happy 3rd anniversary.
The weapon is venom. I don't know how to make this more clear to you. They are envenomating us, and they are
envenomating us?
Poisoning us with venoms. And they are calling them respiratory side effects or respiratory illnesses. They are not. The venoms...
Bumble Homestead with 100 bits says reptilian
mimic respiratory virus symptoms. They synthetically manufacture venoms in bacteria called E. coli, yeast cells, and in mammal cells all around the world. And I have been screaming to the world, if you want to know how to solve the long hauler COVID patients and the exacerbated, exaggerated, horrific outcomes of the vaccine injured, you need to test them all for bacteria and yeast infections. Because once you introduce venom into an environment where those are, they are designed to replicate and manufacture venom in its presence. It's called genetic engineering.
Oh my god, he's so dumb. Logarth says, also technically a factor of 9, so Stream Baby name. Oh, Stream Baby. Ponce de Leon the 5th. Fennikagami says, these people just glorify being human to the point they think it's something magical, otherwise transhumanism wouldn't scare them so much.
They also...
Ineffable Effort says, that's the actual term. Envenomating. I didn't know that. That's so good. Envenomate. To envenomate.
Call it biological engineering. How to get microorganisms like bacteria and yeast in mammal cells to replicate and manufacture venom they're not designed to manufacture on their own. Human beings weren't designed to manufacture venom. Venom's toxic to us. Why are we injecting people with the instructions to do that? That's all mRNA technology is. To clear this up, mRNA technology is solely how to get cells in the human body to manufacture venom. That's it. Y'all can call it anything else you want. You can call the spike proteins if you want to. It doesn't change the fact that they are venom proteins.
Ever since disbursement of these vaccines, there have been an unusual growth of flesh-biting assaults consisting of...
No, there haven't been! To be clear, billions of people have gotten the vaccine. If there was an outbreak of people who had been vaccinated biting people, you would hear about it. And I don't mean on the news. I mean you would hear it outside your house.
of human-on-human attacks. Now it appears that more and more of these...
Yeah, they're trying to claim people are turning into like zombies or vampires or 28 days later sick people. Whatever.
These reports are making the news.
Again, they're basically trying to dehumanize their political and ideological opponents so they can feel comfortable murdering them.
a triggered human.
This is the crux of a lot of conspiracies these days when it comes down to it. The rabbit hole will start with like, oh, the feminists are making Star Wars not fun for you. And then it ends with like, oh, they're all NPCs and zombies, so you should not care if the ends justify the means when doing horrifying acts towards these people that you feel are standing in the way between you and a happy life, or whatever bullshit they're thinking.
Biting another human. Most often these reports consist of head-biting attacks. But we found that the
Isn't a biting attack a regular part of, the third date?
Attacks.
You guys wait until the third date, huh?
Also involve...
Wait, am I a slut?
Flesh-biting attacks on the body as well. Our associate journalist has the report of a recent attack that took place on May 23rd in Knoxville, Tennessee.
This is Jenny reporting from Knoxville, Tennessee.
Hi, Jenny. You look like a real person and not shit that some crypto bro crapped out.
See. A Knoxville man is now in custody after biting a large chunk of flesh from
Who am I dating? My wife.
Another man's face, according to an incident report obtained by WVLT News. The incident happened Wednesday around 5 a.m., according to the report, on Wimpole Avenue. Officers were dispatched to the area to find a man, identified as the victim, bleeding heavily from his face. While there, the man, who was being propped up by a group of friends, reportedly told the officers that the suspect, Amini Sekabibi, who had been with the group, bit him. The victim stated that he, the suspect, and several other people were hanging out when the suspect began making mouth gestures at him, the report said. He said the suspect then grabbed him by the neck and threw him to the ground. Once on the ground, Sekabibi bit him and removed a piece of the victim's face.
Logarth with 50 bits says the Fiverr actor is really earning their $20. This is not a real person.
Report said. Officers managed.
This is a thing that is computer generated. I mean, I don't know if the model is based on a real person, but this is like not a real actor acting this. This is,
to track Sekabibi down at a nearby apartment, taking him into custody. Sekabibi was charged with aggravated assault.
Disclaimer, although
It did not take long for the AI shit to get used in this kind of thing. Like, I feel like the ability for this kind of thing to even exist in terms of generating a live-action looking person, of course it looks uncanny as fuck and it looks terrible. Like, you or I can recognize that this is obviously fake. But, like, feels like it took, like, 3 months between when this was possible and now to actually showing up on BitChute. I knew this was going to happen, I just thought it would take longer, Oh, my job's going to get so much harder. Yeah, it's targeting people who are like you're saying, half sack says boomers watching this on a phone with poor eyesight won't notice. That's all it has to do. And that can be intentional. This is something that scammers will do. They'll intentionally put typos in their emails or messages or whatever because that removes people from the potential pool that are more skeptical. People who are willing to fall for things that are a little obvious are more likely to fall for more obvious things. They're basically a test for gullibility. And if you pass, they're like, okay, how much more can we scam you? Logarth says, oh, it's AI, I see it now. This guy has like 8 fingers.
Do not know if any of the attackers have taken the COVID-19 vaccine. We do suspect it as a possible link to the growing flesh-biting human assault reports. Our associate journalist has the next report of another recent attack that...
Unironically, though, it does make me go, like... Does, like, the FBI or the CIA look into stuff like this? Because, like, I know it seems petty, and I know it seems, like, not a big deal, but, like, someone somewhere is putting time, money, and energy into this. Why? 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 That seems weird, right? That seems weird that someone is intentionally taking time and money in order to produce obvious intentional disinformation. There isn't an obvious profit motive here. So, like, kinda seems like it's something that should be investigated, right? At least a little bit.
Took place in April of this year in Lincoln, Nebraska.
This is Christopher reporting from Lincoln, Nebraska. The Lincoln Police Department says a woman assaulted a corrections officer by biting their face after being transported to jail. April 29, 2023, Saturday morning around 2:20 a.m. officers said they located a vehicle stopped in traffic with its hazard lights flashing. A 22-year-old woman, identified as Fiona Walker, was the driver and police claim she appeared to be under the influence of alcohol. LPD said Walker refused to get out of the vehicle and had to be removed by officers. Police said Walker also refused the breath test and was transported to jail. At the jail, LPD claims that Walker refused to get out of the cruiser and corrections officers helped remove her, but while getting her out, police claimed that Walker bit a corrections officer on the face near the jawline. LPD claims that Walker held the bite for approximately 4 seconds, which left an obvious bite impression of the officer's face. Walker was cited for DUI with prior conviction, refusal of chemical test, willful reckless driving, resist arrest, and assault on an officer.
A man from Swanton is behind bars after allegedly assaulting police officers in Williston. Officers responded to the Best Buy area yesterday.
This one's real.
Around 7:30 p.m. for a trespassing complaint. That's when they found Zachariah Parker, who gave them several false names and refused to cooperate. Both officers were bitten several times while trying to take Parker into custody. One officer was taken to the hospital for a head injury. He is being arraigned.
That sounds like a typical assault where he bit them. It doesn't sound like he was trying to eat them. It sounds like he was trying to fight them and decided to bite as a form of attack.
Today on new charges, including false information to police, resisting arrest, aggravated assault, and several other charges.
A Los Angeles police officer's finger was bitten off by a homeless man, allegedly on the metro area.
Again, yes, we are familiar that people are sometimes bitten, but this is what's frustrating to me. I talk as though I'm talking to someone who's open to being persuaded. The person who posted this understands what they're doing. They understand that they're taking a few select real things that they're editing in after they did a bunch of fake stories in order to try and lend credence to the bullshit that they've already posted. I know they know what they're doing, but part of my brain still wants desperately to act as though they're open to being persuaded so I could convince them to stop. Which is even weirder because I know I'm not really talking to them. I'm talking into the void of the internet. I'm talking to you guys. Mostly I'm talking to myself.
Hey, this is Gabby Ray Talker. Thanks for watching and hope to see you soon at theinfoexchange.world.
So I'm gonna keep an eye on that as those videos continue to come out, see if they improve as time goes on. Just in terms of like the quality of the AI stuff. Candace Taylor, who ran for governor in 2022 and recently became a Georgia GOP district chair, is a flat earther.
More, I'm like, it doesn't make sense. So, is it or not? I don't know 100%, but it's just, it doesn't make sense the other way. Now that you see it.
The people that defend the globe don't know anything about the globe, because if they knew a tenth of what Matt and I know about the globe, they would be flat earthers, because it's absolutely ridiculous.
I can't unsee this. All the globes everywhere. I turn on TV, there's globes in the background, there's globes on there right here. Like this would be a globe if I was a normal person. Like everywhere there's globes. You see them all the time. I mean, it's...
Oh no. I'm in on the conspiracy.
Constant. My children will be like, Mama, globe, 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 globe. They're everywhere. And that's what they do to brainwash. And so for me, if it is not...
Maybe she heard that the GOP was supposed to be anti-globalist and she wildly misunderstood. Moira Soma says, Jesus, guns and babies, lady.
A conspiracy. If it is, you know, real, why are you pushing so hard?
They're not pushing it. It's just people like cool depictions of the Earth. I don't understand. I wouldn't have said this like 5 years ago, but I am so concerned that within the next 10 years, Flat Earth will become a actual like, how do I explain this? I am concerned that within the next 10 years, flat Earth will become a policy position of Republicans. And I know that sounds crazy, but think about where we were 10 years ago in regard to politics. 2013, right? Think of politics in 2013 and discourse in 2013 versus discourse today in 2023. It's not that crazy to believe that right-wing politicians, if their constituents are stupid enough, will politicize the shape of the Earth. I say this hoping that I sound like an idiot in 10 years. I really do. I really do. I hope this ages terribly. Here's another clip of her.
I'm not a scientist because that is a made-up job, but I know that the Earth is flat, okay? Because if the Earth was round, why would maps be flat? They can never answer that, okay? And people would...
It's hard to roll up a globe. I don't know if you know that, for portability reasons.
It'd be like, well, oh, if the Earth is flat, then what about night and day?
Oh, this one is a comedian, thank God.
I don't know, let me think about it. Maybe because the Earth is double-sided.
I appreciate it.
And God
I was scared for a second.
Flips us over when it's...
Logard says, remember that comic where it says, teach the controversy about creationism? One of the jokes was geology versus flat Earth. I remember. Fenekigami says, by this logic, Christianity is a conspiracy because crosses are everywhere. Yeah.
How are you? Thanks for joining me. Anybody needs to reach me at superlumi, L-U-M-I, TV at gmail.com. I'm going to try and be as clear as I can and direct. We got flat Earth to cover, but let's just start off with the basic stuff. If you hear me repeating stuff, it's so that you fucking you learn it, people. And listen, it's not what you believe, people. What do you fucking intend to do about this shit? Okay? Your children are being subjected to some funny ass shit. Let me just tell you, people. It's fucking scary. But language is what the computer speaks. You speak magic spells. You learn spelling or spell casting in school. You graduated from school and you put this hex spell on yourself. This whole time you were in school, you were being hexed, you were being indoctrinated. So somebody says in the comment section, the hex is not an evil type thing. And listen, what the hex is a represent. If I'm going to hex you, put the seal of Solomon on you, I use the seal of Solomon to seal up demons. Okay? And demons, you need to keep confused and cross and confused. And you'll notice in pictures, they're always going to put these crosses, and it's that.
Am I supposed to look out for any two intersecting lines now?
Listen, people. People, you've been doing crossword puzzles your whole life. Every word you speak is a magic spell. You learned cursive writing.
Abracadabra. Someone bring me cheese.
You went to
Hannah mentions cheese on the bingo card.
school to learn your Book of the Dead. Every word you speak is a magic spell. You grew up on this.
Claw to Varada Nick to. That is Disney Mickey Mouse ring.
And this. Okay?
Oh, it's fine.
crazy.
It's People. It's People magazine. It's nothing that I can't show on Twitch. Andy Pretzel says, at this point, everything is satanic. Demo.
People.
OXM.
Now,
I don't even know what that
this
means.
is kind of funny here. Honest Abe. Okay? There are no honest presidents. Alright? Can anyone tell me something extraordinary about Abraham Lincoln, Skylar? He was known for honesty, despite being both a lawyer and a politician. Okay? The rule of law. Their rule of law. They write the rules, and you have to obey them. You believe in fanciful shit, like outer space. As long as you're worried about outer space, you never look inward to your inner space. And you can't see what's really going on here. It's that the papal bulls. Let's go over the papal bull. Your children are the food class, and you are the food class. The blood of your children reverses aging. And until you
This is not a joke video.
come of age, your silence is consent, and until Jesus Christ returns or you come of age, the papal bulls were burnt. The Pope has in his possession the papal bulls. They are written in the flesh of a newborn baby, burnt into the back and it says that you are owned as...
You think they used a baby's back as a form of parchment? That's probably not the most efficient stationery one could use for an edict.
livestock until you come...
Oh fuck, now I want ribs. Oh, I haven't had ribs in so long.
...of age or until Jesus Christ returns.
Wait, does the place we're going to eat have ribs? I don't know. I want ribs though.
Livestock. When you...
Moira Soma says, I follow a Facebook page that's called Shit Creationists Say. It's an endless source of entertainment and despair. Flat Earth is spreading fast in evangelical circles, and so many of these people homeschool their kids. So Flat Earth being a Republican thing in 10, 20 years is not that far-fetched, sadly. How exciting. How thrilling.
You fill out an application, you male or female, that only pertains to livestock. If you check that off ever in your life...
I'm gonna look on my phone what I can eat at that place, and I'll let chat know, because I know you're all very invested in what I might be having for dinner.
You are live.
Everyone cares. Everyone cares about everything I'm saying because I'm on the internet, and I'm the main character.
Stock. Let's be very clear here. Cloning only takes 2 cells. When you were born, they took a lot of blood from you. Okay? They can clone you at will. And it's all about cloning. Think, people, in every freaking movie, it's about clones.
Every movie's about clones? Let me think of movies that are about clones. Multiplicity. What are other clone movies? The Sixth Day? I've never seen The Sixth Day, but I believe you. Attack of the Clones. That's true. That's an easy one. I'm disappointed. Twins? Twins isn't about clones. That's about IVF. I wouldn't say twins. Total Recall? There's no clones in Total Recall. Have you seen Total Recall? Moon. Spoilers. The Island. I guess also spoilers for The Island. That's it. Well, like 5. What's up to the lightning bolts, though? That's the SS symbol, I'm pretty sure.
Satan clones and puts himself above God. So where I was pointing out the law of averages, you go out to a bar, you pick up a woman, and you meet a woman, you get married, you have some children. Listen... Oh, this is what your children... You think this is what you want your daughters doing? Okay.
You're reading People magazine, which is literally... It looks to have a collage of Miley Cyrus in various sexual positions. Like, why did you choose to buy that magazine if you find that to be not something you want to look at? Yeah, that's fine. Just don't look at that. She's a musician, she's an entertainer. If she chooses to do provocative things, I hope that's of her own volition, and that's great if she wants to do that. Don't look at it if you don't want to. No one made you buy this magazine.
You know, this is crazy. I have 3 older sisters, and I don't remember any of them being like this.
Are any of your 3 older sisters a Grammy-nominated musician? I don't know if she's Grammy-nominated. I made that up.
You're in a whole fucking new world, people. You need to speak out, people. You don't speak up or down to people. You need to speak out to people. I'm speaking out to you. I'm not speaking down to you. I'm giving you knowledge.
This place has... Oh, God. It looks like this is mac and cheese with pulled pork on the top. Oh, my God.
And you need to fucking listen. Noah's Ark. Okay? 2 by 2. They clone. The ark is the electric current, which you then place those 2 newly shocked cells into an egg.
Does he think he knows how cloning works?
And place it into a womb, and that's how simple it is to clone somebody. You should look up the automatons. There's a whole bunch of different types of beings that they have here that are all fucking fabricated.
Oh, fuck, they do have ribs. Oh, fuck.
And they're programmed. Your leaders are programmed. You have been programmed. You don't do anything. This is freaking crazy, people.
But do I do the mac and cheese with the pulled pork? Or do I do the ribs? God damn it, chat.
The papal bull states
I'll have to think about it.
clearly on the back of a baby, a newborn baby. They murdered it. They drank it.
I'll show whatever I pick. Join the Discord. I'll post a picture of whatever delicious thing I decide to eat later.
Blood, and they burnt into the back that your soul is owned until you come of age. And
does it help you to know that souls do not exist and therefore are non-transferable through any legal or illegal means?
And listen, people, it's not what you fucking believe. What did you intend to do about it? You're just gonna bend over and take it up the ass. With no
Depends on how I'm feeling, I guess.
Vaseline. Okay? Listen, people. These are sick fucks that own you. They made you believe that the earth is round and floating through the, floating through space.
Is that a DVD copy of Robots? Alright. I wasn't expecting random copy of Robots on DVD. But here we are.
This is ridiculous, people. The earth is fixed. And you have no idea what's going on.
Yep, that's a DVD.
Hold on, let me
Metal Turtle with 100 bits says the sixth day was what I was thinking of. Okay.
help you fucking get a grasp of
I know what you're trying to do, Meru-sama. You won't trick me.
what's going on. When they show you a black hole, that's exactly what you're sitting on top of. This is the accretion disk. This is the black hole, Lucifer. This is Jesus right there.
That's Jesus? Logard says, ah yes, the three genders, male, female, and Robin Williams. I'm just imagining you're on like a dating app and you're filtering by gender and you pick Robin Williams and it's just a lot of people with like hairy arms and doing insane improv constantly.
There, and this is the four-faced, four-letter God, excuse me, in charge of your four-letter DNA. So, let's take a look at something. DNA. D is fourth letter. N is the 14th, A is the first.
It was called that it's not arbitrary. It's because it's called deoxyribonucleic acid. It's describing like what it is. Okay.
2 fours, the four-faced, four-letter God in charge of your four-letter DNA. Okay? You see the L. 11, Saturn. Okay, clear. Four-faced, four-letter God. The Twin Towers have been brought down, now there's only one.
Fuck, 9/11 out of nowhere on the bingo card. Every fucking time.
Transgender. Okay?
You rang?
Now, listen, people, you're on a farm right now and you are confused. Everything you know is a fucking lie, and you need to listen. Okay? You see here, these numbers, they add up to the number 4. Okay?
Numerology on the bingo card.
It's clear. The four-faced, four-letter God in charge of your four-letter DNA. That's who they fucking pray to. Okay? Now, let me be very clear, people. The computer responds to blood because it owns the blood. Alright? It's the four-faced, four-letter God in charge of your four-letter. It's a computer, people. Because your DNA code is a sequence. And Satan clones and places himself above God. He's now writing his own sequence and he's writing you.
Satan is a clone of God? That's actually kind of a dope concept for something. If you wanted to do some kind of weird like sci-fi reimagining of the Bible, Satan is a clone of God that in some way like wants to usurp him. So then like in order to fight Satan, God makes a more perfect clone, and that's Jesus, and that's why he's kind of like the son of God, but also God. I will sell any studio this idea for $10 million. I will be a scab. That's a joke. I support the writer's strike. Don't cross picket lines.
Out of the...
Don't be a scab!
Out of the picture. It's not what you...
Unless a studio wants to offer me $10 million, then I will, again, I reiterate, I will be a scab.
You believe, people? What the fuck do you intend to do about it? Everything's a freaking lie. Get tested for AIDS, look up. AIDS hoax. The freaking doctors themselves are exposing it. You see this one wave? It's supposed to be two. You see the eye? If you see them covering one eye, it's because they're telling you something. It's the drone. It's a little worm that'll come out of the drone's eye into your eye, and then you'll be, your soul will be kicked out of your body and you'll be taken over. And you'll just basically be dead. So they're showing you by covering...
I'm gonna be honest, if a demon possesses me and takes my body, the joke's on that fucking loser. The demon's gonna be like, wait, what? I have to do what for a living now? I have fucking bills? And I gotta put on a fucking cat maid outfit to make sure I can pay my internet bill? Raw deal!
The one eye, the drone, they're telling you that that there's these drones out there, and they come out of the left eye and they go into your eye and they wrap around the tendons and whatever and take over your soul, and you get booted out of that body. So then you have the wink, which is your asshole. This is a homosexual gay club that these guys are in. Then you have the wink, which is your asshole. It's out of that body. So then you have the wink, which is your asshole.
All right.
This is a homosexual gay club that these guys are in.
Hey, anyone want to join my homosexual gay club?
And they love to rape your children.
That's unfounded.
And you see the butterflies, the boys and girls club. This is mind control, people.
It's mind control. First Name Bunch of Numbers says a homosexual gay club as opposed to all the other types of gay clubs.
Okay? Mind control. During a series of tests, federal investigations disguised as passengers were able to sneak dangerous items such as guns and fake explosives past airport screeners 67 times in 70 attempts.
Yeah, the TSA's a fucking joke. What does that have to do with anything? Weren't you talking about buttholes?
That's quite odd, isn't it?
I haven't had to go to the airport since I transitioned. I'm really not looking forward to whenever that happens. I don't want to get in the body scanner and then, like, how does that work? I know I have other trans people in my audience. When you go to the airport, do you go like, hey, TSA person, I know you're putting me in this body scanner. I have a penis. Though I look like this, I have a penis, set it to penis mode, or you just wait for it to go off, and then off to the side, you gotta be like, yep, that's my penis. Like, how does that work?
Because they spent billions of dollars on this shit. And it's a freaking lie. You see this? DNA
Logarth says, they don't care, they just check if it tells them to check for weird readings.
Sketching. Like your Skechers shoes, you're crossing.
Is your penis made of metal? I'm not talking about a metal detector. I'm talking about the 3D body scanner machines that they have.
Confused, people. A new way to catch a predator. Let's just, when they're born, decide if we should murder them or not based on what their DNA says. That's what they're telling you, people. Now, you can see over here, Boys and Girls Club, for 50 years. And then you see over here, Castle Group. These fuckers.
They're looking for weapons. I don't think what I got qualifies.
Eat the children. See this shit? Health tracking?
Now, like, even if a state were to have, like, knife length restrictions, I'm not in danger.
Now with your freaking iPhone, you're going to give them access to your freaking health via your iPhone probably one of these days, and they could be able to shut you off. Look at this. Too early for your children to go to class according to the CDC. All these bullshit stories, it's CBS. Right out of CBS magazine. And CBS stands for C bullshit. You're on a CD.
That's not what that stands for, but okay.
Right now. The four-faced, four-letter God.
Now I'm actually curious if I would set off the machine, the 3D body scanner.
Is the one who writes the code. You see this green light? This is the astrailing or astral light being kicked back from the black hole sun.
Well, that was terrible. What an interesting fella. How can you argue with him? Look at how many cutouts he's got. That's true. I have no cutouts, so I am untrustworthy. Incredibly untrustworthy, apparently.
Version 9.7. This is your hidden history. This is the truth.
Ma'am, you seem to be carrying a penis. You're gonna have to confiscate that. It's free bottom surgery. That's true. That's true.
Of the Bible, the deep state, the conspiracies, the science, the scientism, fake.
You don't think they scan you? Have you not been to an airport in the last 10 years? I've been to airports and they like all have full body scanners now.
Science, the fake news, the secrets.
They call them wieners at the airport.
Societies,
It's just funny to me for some reason. There's specific nomenclature in the airport. We call them wieners.
Pretty much everything you can think of. Everything is on here. And
oh yeah, this guy thinks he has like the ultimate map of conspiracies. This does feel like Pepe Silva. This is a Pepe Silva moment.
And if it's not, it soon will be. And even better than that, this is a debate map. This map can be used to prove the concepts on this map. It's not merely conceptual, as my past attempts were.
His kid is in the bathtub right now, but don't worry, his friend from college who just showed up is watching the kid, so they're fine. That is a Beautiful Mind joke. If you didn't get it, go watch A Beautiful Mind.
Of connecting the dots and explaining the concepts and then linking
the child is in danger in this joke
to the proof later on with the website, which we still have. This is, of course, an extension of our Hidden History documentary series at theserapium.com/hisstory. But that aside, this map is a project in and of itself. It's an incredible accomplishment, if I do say so myself.
I bet.
I apologize for the background noise. My brother's working on something in the other room.
I wonder if it's something productive or something like this.
Anyway, so where I'm at now is we're connecting all of the conspiracies, all of the history from Adam and Eve, all the way up, basically from creation to COVID and beyond.
If your timeline starts with the biblical creation story, I'm not probably going to think your timeline is the best researched.
And we're explaining how everything fits together. I'm going to kind of explore this map with you. It looks a little cluttered, and you can tell we're really, really zoomed out. One of the beauties of this map, being a debate map, is that you can pretty much zoom in and see the proof of the claim and the concept at the same time, and you can see how those things go together. Allow me to explain. So first, I'm going to zoom right on in to the beginning part of the map, the center. The hidden history map and the current version is 9.7. And as the icon for this particular, it's called a node on the map, this particular, this is just the title, I used the old map, which is still pretty good, and you can zoom right in and see any of those concepts. Many of them are actual proofs, but not all of them. Now, we're going to go from this main node, and we're going to notice that there are a few branches that come out. Everything's logical, it's a little cluttered, but if you just follow the branches, you'll see how the tree of good and evil works, essentially. And you'll see it from a very top-down perspective, because that is
it looks like a 4chan post.
What the Mystery Babylon religion is about. And it's also how the war of good and evil has played out.
The war of good and evil.
So this is a history map.
What an insanely obtuse way to look at human history.
It's also a conspiracy map. It's also a science map. And it's a theology map. And I would say, let's break down the science versus the fake news science, which is scientism.
The fake news science. That's not how science works on the bingo card.
And I would also include that there are fake news versus truth news concepts on this map. So there's really a lot to it, but I'm just kind of giving it in general terms. So the next concept, if we go left first, the left-handed path, is of course the rulers of darkness, the synagogue of Satan. And you can go back to Genesis 3:15, Genesis 6 for more of an explanation into what the synagogue of Satan.
Genesis 3:15. Genesis 3:15. I will put enmity between you and the women, and between your offspring and hers, and they will strike at your head while you strike at their heel. That doesn't help me. I'm assuming it's an anti-Semitism thing because it's called the synagogue of Satan.
Really?
I'm trying to figure out if this is even thinly... He's trying to veil it. It's not well veiled, so I guess that's literally the definition. Thinly veiled anti-Semitism on the bingo card. How do I find these people? I'm just good at finding it. I don't know. I'm good at finding crazy people. I know how crazy people think. It's probably not good, but there it is.
From it's not the reference to the synagogue of Satan, which is an end times reference, but that's where they originate. So I put in Genesis.
Also, to be clear, like, this is my job. I spend time researching this stuff. Like, that's how I find them. Research. This is my job. I feel like sometimes I understate the work that I do, because I don't want you guys to think I'm some lazy fuck. When I'm not here, I'm usually on the internet looking for stuff like this, looking at weird bullshit. Like, that's my job. That's how I find stuff like this.
6, the beginning of the Nephilim. And we'll explain that later in the map, of course. And from this node...
Nephilim are giants. So I'm going to say that's giants on the bingo card.
We have a couple of other branches. This is sort of a main node.
I'm not crazy, but I play crazy on the internet.
A lot of things. We have the Mystery Babylon's elite religion, and then the religion of the elites, I should say. And then we have sort of all of the things that they have done to us over history's sake. So let's just kind of start. You got the secret societies, which stem out into the fake news. You've got the political class, which stems out into our current world leaders. Let me zoom in a bunch. You can kind of see some of the... we can zoom in and see the words, in fact, but we don't need to zoom in that much just yet. You can kind of understand, like, the political class and how they're all connected back to this one group of people known as the synagogue of Satan, to Jesus, and as the Nephilim, or the giants of the Old Testament. And of course, we break down the sort of spectrum of truth news, the controlled Judeo-Con wall. Go no further. The people who try and mean well and get a lot of truth out there, but don't understand the context of what's on this map. And then those of us who do, and there aren't many. But hopefully with you reading this, you will join the ranks of the few who know what's up.
I'll say overt. We're getting there. Overt, yeah.
And you can help us to prove this to others and share this truth before time is out. So you have things like false doctrines of devils, the abandonment of God's law, the false theological leaders like Schofield and Darby, and things like dispensationalism are explained here. You also have
dispensationalism. Dispensationalism is a theological system of interpreting the Bible that was first espoused by John Nelson Darby. Dispensationalism maintains that history is divided into multiple ages or dispensations in which God acts with humanity in different ways. Dispensationalists generally maintain beliefs in premillennialism, a future restoration of Israel, and a rapture that will happen before the second coming, generally seen as happening before the tribulation. The term dispensationalism itself was coined by a critic of the system, Philip Moreau, in 1926. Okay.
Have some of the false doctrines like ultra-tolerance and such of today that stem out of this. You have a misunderstanding of prophecy. So we have a prophecy section which breaks down into things like end times, explaining some of the older prophecies, explaining how some of these prophecies have already come to pass, even explaining how the Watchers have already returned through the works of Super Witch, Warlock, whatever you want to call him, Aleister Crowley.
Super Warlock Aleister Crowley.
Father, probably, of Barbara Bush, who's... It's not a woman anyway, known as a moonchild. There's so much to this.
So how was... What?
And if you really want to go into the scripture, you can go into the war of Gog and Magog, how Esau, or the Edomites, the Jews, are the end of this world. And
that's over. That's over. Ding, ding, ding. That's the anti-Semitism. We're gonna look in the corner up here and it says, we do not agree with this video or any hate speech or disinformation for that matter. We are using it for educational and commentary purposes only. This is true. We do not condone any form of anti-Semitism or any sort of bullshit that makes people hate other people for no fucking reason. We're doing this to express and explain how conspiracy theories spread on the internet.
Jacob is the beginning of that which follows, and Obadiah 18. There's a lot. There's so much. There's so much that goes into this. Even one of these nodes requires hours of lectures in some case. And I've got a 200-plus hour documentary series, as I mentioned, the Hidden History documentary series at theserapium.com.
That's probably a nightmare series.
/his story, which is the hidden his story of man mythology.
The hidden his story. Oh my god, he's got a whole fucking... How long is this? It's only 20 minutes. No, this is the same one. It's on his channel, though. Where's the... Does he have the whole thing? I'm definitely gonna save him. Saved. Nephilim tomb. Oh god, why are there so many of these crazy people?
And Mystery Babylon. Here we break down their bogus debunked science. Here we break down the real science. Here we break down the globe, where it came from, why people believe it, and how...
Because the Earth is a globe.
You debunk those arguments.
Okay. Enough of him for now. I'll research his full channel, and we'll take a look at some of his other stuff next week. Were the pyramids built before the flood? Oh boy. Woo! There's some stuff on this channel. Good. I love when I find that. It's nice when you find a brand new wellspring of crazy.
Nemesis Now. God Vades. Vaccine-induced AIDS. Army Times military records 500% increase in HIV after COVID-19 vax.
Okay, so before the stream, I looked this up. Surprise! No, that's not true in any way, shape, or form. It's not even like a misinterpretation of something. It's just an outright lie. This is a conspiracy theory claim that has been being spread on the internet for a couple months. It's not true! No, the military has not seen a 500% increase in HIV cases. I believe there was a 30% bump over some period between like 2018 and now or something. But no, there has not been anywhere close to a 500% increase. So just bear in mind that claim, the basis of this entire video, is a lie. Just a lie. These people think that vaccines are causing HIV in people. They're not. There's no evidence that that's even possible. So what are you talking about?
Hal Turner radio show. The Armed Forces of the United States recorded a 500% increase in AIDS after administering the COVID-19 vaccine to U.S. troops. The COVID-19 vaccine is implicated. White blood cells fighting off infection in the human body. Normally, the level of white cells in blood is usually... Just look at my videos with the dark field microscope, and you'll have a sickle cell, the shape of a sickle. It's unbelievable, the mass murder. But the Chinese troops cannot come in because the people are dying.
Oh, this is word salad. What the fuck is he even talking about? What? I'm very confused.
And the peacekeeping troops are already in position. After getting the COVID-19 vaccine, many started noticing they were becoming sick more often and taking far longer to fight off. We all are seeing this.
They're not. You're reading a literal lie article. It's just a lie.
All are seeing this, okay?
You're watching YouTube videos, or more, I guess, accurately, BitChute videos of people telling you that's a thing. If you subject yourself only to lies, those lies will become your perceived reality.
Many people regarding the vax, but they should have opened up the Bible. Doctors performing routine...
Only source of wisdom is the Bible on the bingo card.
Tests, people been noticing. Look, the white blood cells. We know this, okay?
That holds it together and it allows it to stay 100% in that structure that's present on the surface of the virus.
By adding a
wipe out, got the vaccine. Oh, and the people who developed this vaccine and others who pushed it off on the public is safe and effective. They're all still walking.
It is safe and effective. Billions of people have gotten the vaccine and it's prevented many, many deaths.
Free on the streets.
Personally, I know this is anecdotal. Me and my wife have been vaccinated and boosted multiple times. We have at least 3 or 4 doses. I'm not even sure at this point. But, like, we're fine. We're fine. Still never caught COVID, by the way. Am I like the... Who else here has never caught COVID? I'm just curious. Stone Corbell says, where does the Bible explain white blood cells? Where does the Bible explain how AIDS virus works? Where does the Bible explain genetics?
If this pattern of AIDS continues, it would seem that the COVID-19 vaccines will ultimately wipe out about 6 billion. Well, Georgia guys know what's happening, huh? Where are the police? U.S. military now being tested for AIDS.
I'd imagine that was probably relatively common for a while. I don't think that's a new thing. I would imagine they get tested for a lot of stuff, because they're supposed to, you know, be working for the U.S. military.
Okay. China man gets China hand samurai on live stream.
What? Please don't click that. Please don't click the video. DJ Shea says maybe a bit of levity, but Catherine A. McKinnon, a prominent radical feminist and legal scholar, has written the journal article Exploring Transgender Law and Politics, in which she explains why gender-critical and TERFs are not feminists. let alone radical feminists, and are only driven by reactionary worldviews and hatred of trans people, and how radical feminism must support all trans people and gender non-conforming people. Sounds good. No! Hold on, I don't even know if this is a real video, but I'm gonna take this off just in case. Thanks, Bisexual Kaiju. Welcome back, by the way. I like this shirt, too.
Okay, but here, everyone has got AIDS.
What? Holy shit, what? That's so loud, I'm sorry. Oh my god, did they put that fucking audio through a blender? What is that? Oh my god. I apologize. That was terrible. If it makes you feel better, I'm wearing headphones too, so that's on me.
So here, blood analysis of the vaxxed.
Is this one also going to be fried to hell? God damn, that guy's audio shoddy as fuck. You texted me? Probably gotta get going soon. Yeah. Let's do... What do I have that's real quick? Because we do have to go meet some people soon. So this stream's a little bit shorter. And I apologize than normal. I'll make it up to you guys. We'll do a longer Tinfoil Tuesday next week. But today's will be a little shorter.
This is...
We're not going to watch the whole thing, but let's watch a little bit of this video that was sent about the Aquaman guy. I'm going to make sure I save him. 1 sec. Saved. Perfect.
Our weapon system. The crazy part about it...
Yesterday was a longer stream, I guess.
Is they have this, this is what they have this under.
Apparently this guy thinks that weapons from the movie Aquaman are real.
Comic Aquaman at Target. Alright? And they put it under the comics. They put it under the cartoons. But this is what they have in their possession.
Oh no, you'll have to go from live Hannah to Hannah on YouTube. I may not survive. By the way, I never say this. If you ever watch my videos on YouTube, like the videos, share them, all sorts of stuff. I have a bunch of videos ready to go up, by the way. I've talked about this. I'm trying to get clips out of them. It takes a while for them to process when you're removing clips and music and stuff. So, I apologize. They're waiting to go up. I can't make money on them if I get copyrighted, and this is my job, so.
It was our weapon system after our ancestors literally just like, okay, we're going to stop fighting, and we're going to try to get along with these beings. Because these Saxons didn't conquer anybody. It was our ancestors who actually stopped the war. Wait, they're the ones who stopped the war and said, okay, well, let's see if we, let's see if we can. And some of and the crazy part about it is some of our leaders, our forefathers, some of our leaders saw these Saxon women and fell in love with them and said, okay, well, she's a different type of woman. I never had this type of woman before, I mean, I'm being serious. This is a part of our weapon system. And as you can see, look at this here. This is a weapon system.
Did he just imply that... Did he just imply that there was some kind of, like, war in the past between, like, a super futuristic, like, nation of people with, like, black skin and, like, people with white skin, and the war ended? Because he thinks his ancestors were like, damn, I've never fucked a white woman before. What a weird guy. What is wrong with him? What? Why?
That was based upon the energy of our body. We will hold this type of weapon system, and powerful laser energy would come out, but our bodies would charge up this weapon. See, our weapons are made of this world. Alright? Our weapons are made of this world. This is what we had.
Our weapons are made of this world.
And this is something that we have for a long time. And we laid our weapons down to try to appease an enemy. And we were just about to wipe them out. I don't know what the fuck was going on with our forefathers. Alright? Because when I left, and came back, the war was over. What the fuck is going on? And this war went on for a long time. And we were fighting it, and we told you guys about how they just came, just kept coming. Because we were going to bring in a whole armada to wipe the motherfucking ships out and everything. But our forefathers, they really made some fucked up decisions.
What is this? This guy's nuts. I love it. Stone Corbell says, why is he whispering? He's planning to post this online. If he's trying to hide this, whispering isn't gonna do the job. Everyone can see it. Oh god, what's this most popular video?
The sun. That's where the Olmecs come from. Elongated heads. Open third eye. You see the snake. You see all the images. And they speak and they spoke through pictures. They didn't write a lot. If you look at the hieroglyphs, you see pictures.
Okay. Cool.
Hey guys. We got like 10 days of powerful, what they call solar flares coming straight to the planet. Alright. Everything is in play the way it's supposed to be. There's going to be 10 days straight of powerful solar flares.
I agree, bisexual kaiju. A lot of the people we cover are failed by the system. I don't disagree at all.
We say 10 days straight after one solar flare. Continue because we got a total of 9 solar flares coming straight to the planet. Okay. And it should be hit.
Jesus Christ. Okay, like I said, sorry, I gotta head out early because of plans. So I will see you guys soon. Who are we gonna raid? The Serfs. Why not? Lance raids us, so let's raid Lance. Reno Redhead says, so for context, this guy is frequently mentioned along young Pharaoh, who believes black people are a separate genetically superior plant species, and as a lot of our ancestors were advanced stuff, I've yet to piece it all together. Interesting. Very strange. Alright, have a great night. I'll see you guys tomorrow for another stream, and it'll be fun. So I'll see you guys then. Have a great day. Bye.